video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. This video is longer overdue, and I apologize that it hasn't come out till now. I'm having a little bit issue trying to record a certain stage, and that has been preoccupying me to get it done in Dragon Ball Red Zone, Dragon Ball Saga, the very last mission that I have to complete, and it's been just rough back and forth. Hopefully I'll be able to get a successful run recorded later on today or tomorrow. The way it's been going, it's like the Great Ape Kid Goku in that stage gets a no evasion clause when I've got over 90% chance to dodge and just won't dodge the super attack, and it's how I've failed nearly every single one of my runs trying to do that stage. And the damage that he does on the super attack is never nerfed, even if you keep lowering his attack for some reason. I don't know if it's a bug or something on that stage, but I digress. In here, I want to go in with the details on these clones that they dropped for us for a free-to-play team. Each of these clones has a different name. They have their typing in it, so they will link up with every other clone. In fact, their kits are built around being on the same team with the other clones. And if you have the new Rose Zamasu, then you have a build team that you could use for a long time in almost all the content to clear it. These guys are really, really good. These units are just on the verge of being broken for a free-to-play unit. Now, their leader skills, just key 3 and HP attack and even to 50%. The super attack for the AGL one is greatly raises attack and even for one turn, causes supreme damage to the enemy, and has a 50% chance of super attack transforming for supreme power. It's pretty much the same thing as the Imp Gohan with the transformation thing, but his is 30% chance to transform from the Vice Shout to the Ghost Kamehameha that he gets from Goat Tanks. Okay, here is his kit. It's lengthy, like any of the new Dokkan Fest exclusives and LRs. As the second or third attack on a turn, changes Key Sphere's STR to AGL. So if he's in the first slot at the start of turn, this does not activate. He's got to be in the second or third slot. Okay? Now, per future Saga category ally on the team, and this is why I say where it starts to be like you want to bring all of these guys on the same team. He's got 40% attack and defense up to 200%, and 10% chance to evade up to 50%. And then the next part is just built into this, is that for future Saga category ally whose name includes clone on the team, defense of 30% up to 150%, and chance of evading enemy's attack another 4% up to 20%. See, he ends up with 70% dodge just from going along with a full free-to-play team that they just released that you could farm infinitely. It's mind-boggling. And just this alone, these first 3 parts, and he's like pretty much, not even the first part, just these 2 parts, and it's like already a busted team. Now, to further reinforce that, when the team includes all 5 extreme types, another 150% attack and defense, and then supports all allies with 30% attack for 2 turns. And this is mind-boggling, why they had to add this too, and then you have some units that just can't do anything near this, that are actually paid for. Then, 1 or more AGL key spheres obtained, chance of evading an enemy's attack now goes to 90%. Okay. Then you have this part. When attacking with 12 or more key, attack and defense of 200% launches 2 additional attacks, each of which has a great chance of becoming a super attack. Now, this part of the passive is what really gets me in Dokkan. They've started veering off away from this in newer units and newer EZAs, is that you don't need to wait till attacking, or it just says when ki reaches 12 or more, or in that sort of vein, then you get 200% attack and defense, or whatever it is for that character. Then it says launches 2 additional attacks, each of which has a great chance of becoming a super attack. Great chance here is 70% chance. And that's insane. And that's just the AGL one. Now on to the tech one. Greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes supreme damage to the enemy. Now he also has a chance to seal the super attack. And a 50%, not a chance, he guarantees a seal, if it's possible in that stage. Then a 50% chance of the super attack transforming for supreme power. He's already got supreme damage, now the supreme power. If any of you watching know what that means, please explain it down below. That's confusing. As the second or third attacker is the same thing, but it goes from AGL to tech. Then it has for future Saga allies, category ally on team, which is where it changes mildly. It's still got that 40% attack and defense up to 200%. But now all enemies attack and defense of minus 8%, but no more than 40%, which is 5. And it doesn't have to be, this is if you're running him just along with all future units, and not even with this free-to-play team. But now it goes if you do include per clone in the team. You've got another 20% attack and defense up to 100%, and all enemies attack and defense of no more than 30%. Down to 6%. So now there's a 70% nerf to the opponent. Ludicrous. Now, when the team includes all 5 extreme types, which is if you fulfill this particular part of the passive, and when I say that, I mean with the caveat that you're bringing the different types on the team, because there are 2 versions of these characters each, and those 2 versions have the same name. So if you bring those 2 together, even though there's different units, they will not link up to each other. So this part of the passive will not activate. Unless, of course, you only do that with 1 unit and then you supplement it with another. He gets 150% attack and defense, and he stops the other enemy from attacking. There is no mechanic yet in the game that blocks this kind of passive or super attack effect. So this is huge. Absolutely huge. If you have a scouter ability, you know when the super attack is coming and it's the very next attack, you put him in front, you just stop that super attack from demolishing you. Now, there is again this passive. 1 or more tech key spheres obtained. 40% damage reduction rate. And that, okay. Okay, this is where, this here is where they're starting to hold back. Damage reduction rate of 40% when receiving an attack from an enemy who is hit by the character's super attack. And you need to get 1 or more tech key spheres. Okay, then we have here. When attacking with 12 or more ki, 200% attack and defense. And then 200% attack and defense when the target enemy is in the following status: HP 60% or less, passive attack damage down. Sorry, passive attack down, passive defense down. So if this activates in any way, shape, or form, you've got another 200% attack and defense. Stun or seal. Unless astute means something else. Because astute could mean guaranteed attack. Just because that's what it translates to in English. Okay, on to the int version. I do believe that is really cool that they went to the effort of giving different art each of these alternate arts. And of course, the super attack is the same. I believe they're the same for each and every one of them. Yep. And yep. And the super attack is slightly varied. Greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, which is a 50% raise. Raises allies' defense by 15% for 2 turns. That's a 2-turn support for defense, and a 50% chance of super attack transforming for supreme power. That seems to be in every single one of the units. Now we have again, as the second or third attacker on a turn, at the start of the turn, changes key spheres from text to int, and for future saga ally category. Future saga category ally on the team. 40% attack and defense up to 200%, and then all allies attack and defense up to 40%. That's huge support because they just made him, for this team, a 70% support. 20% attack and defense, up to 100% per future saga category ally who has clone included in their name. And all allies attack and defense of 6% up to 30%. So 40 plus 30 is 70. After they just dropped Champa with a 66% boost for his team. When the team includes all 5 extreme types, 150% attack and defense, and foresees enemy super attack. See that? There is a scouter on the team. 1 or more int key spheres obtained recovers 10% HP. Now that's 10%, it's not per int key sphere obtained, but he will get back HP per int key sphere obtained because it's based off of his defense. And then when attacking with 12 or more key, attack and defense of 200% and guards all attacks. Definitely not looking to be a slot 1 unit. And then we have here, massively raises attack and then raises defense for 1 turn. So it's massively is a 100% and raises is a 30%. Causes supreme damage to the enemy, no extra effects, and 50% chance of super attack transforming into supreme power. I still don't know what that means. As the second or third attack on a turn at the start of turn, changes physical to STR key spheres. Then you've got, again, for future saga category ally, up to 200%, 40% attack and defense, and now chance of performing a critical hit of 15% up to 75%. Definitely, I would definitely focus on additionals, just so that he can get this, as much defense of this as possible. And you're already getting full crit. And I would say full additional and then some dodge, because you're going to have 5% into the critical anyway because he's SDR. You have the per future saga category ally, his name includes clone on the team, 30% attack, up to 150%. He's not getting a lot of defense in his kit compared to the other ones. And then chance of performing a critical hit of 5% up to 25%. So he's got 100% chance to crit as the STR unit, like bye. He's already going to have that 5 crit. Granted, the crit in the hidden potential system also contributes to the amount of damage the crit does. But I just don't know why that is necessary. Should give him an additional chance of performing a additional attack of 5% up to 25%. Just do that instead. When the team includes all 5 extreme types, he's got 150% attack and defense, and then he's got 150% attack and defense when attacking a superclass enemy. This is going to only activate once you've attacked. Unfortunately. But then again, I wouldn't put him in slot 1 anyway, because he just doesn't have that much survivability. There's more happening here. 1 or more STR key spheres obtained, he's got a guaranteed additional super attack already. Okay, so that's good. And then when attacking with 12 or more keys, he's got 200% attack and defense, and then damage reduction of 20%, which will probably mitigate any of the lack of defense he would be getting from his super attack here. Okay, on to the physical one. There's no comma here. There is no comma here. Uh, Let me see something here. Just a second. Just a moment. Actually, farming that type. Where is the super attack? There's a super attack. Okay, so it's not stacking. It's not a stacking attack. It's just a 30% attack for one turn because of the massively raises defense for one turn. So kind of the opposite of what the STR one here is. Okay. I really want to know what this 50% chance of super attack transforming for supreme power means. Really, I do. Okay, as the second or third attacker in a turn, at the start of turn, it's into physical this time. And then per future saga category out in the team, again, up to 200%, 40% attack and defense. And then he's got the 6% damage reduction up to 30%. Then per future saga category ally's name includes clone on the team, 20% attack and defense up to 100%. And then another 20% damage reduction in 4% increments per on the team. So you put them all on the same team, they're pretty much beating all of the content there. Sheesh. Then, when the team includes all 5 extreme types, he becomes a defensive support for 2 turns and 150% attack and defense. Then, with 1 or more physical key spheres obtained, he's now got guaranteed guard. I mean, of course, if it all gets changed to rainbow, you are going to miss out on that, and then maybe you won't want to put him in the first slot, but... Then we have, when attacking with 12 or more key, 200% attack and defense, and he's effective against all types. I would probably put full dodge into this guy. Sorry, full additional and then dodge into this guy. And 0 crit. I don't think his value isn't doing damage. I think his value isn't doing isn't defending. Is being the defensive factor here. He's got that 50% damage reduction, and once everyone's got a turn on the team, he's basically going to be sitting at enormous amounts of defense. So he should be fine in slot 1, even with only 50% damage reduction. Only place like he would get like deleted would be in like the new stages, and even then, I believe that this team can take on the special battle that almost everyone is struggling with. If you have Rose Zamasu as a lead, you can do that. Fortunately, you probably do need Rose Zamasu as the lead. Okay? Now, for the physical one, I say max additional, rest in dodge. For this guy, I also say max additional and rest in dodge. Now, for this one, I do believe I want to do max additional as well, because of this probably could activate twice. If not, I would say max dodge, rest additional. Because I do feel like I might want him to tank a little bit. Not in slot 1, for sure not, because he doesn't have any damage reduction in this kit. But this guard will help for after supering. If he supers twice, it would be immense for his survivability. So it's either max dodge, full additional, max additional, and the rest dodge. For this one, I still have to see what I want to do about that. Okay, now for the tech one. I do believe, I could be wrong about this, but I do believe that max crit, rest dodge would be the way to go with this one. because I wouldn't be putting him in slot 1 anyway. And you could also go in max additional and rest crit and do 0 and dodge. Because this 200% attack and defense just makes him hit really hard. I don't even know what I want to do with this one, which way I want to go. Yeah, I guess. Max additional rest crit on the tech one. I think that will work great offensively. And now for the AGL one. I am definitely going to consider doing max additional. Because that would lend this part of his passive to having a bigger chance of being an additional super. And I don't think I'm wrong in that assessment, but I just take it with a grain of salt because I've not been able to prove it. But then again, he's going to have 90% dodge just from this alone. And that's even before attacking. And I do believe that after additional, you can go crit or dodge, although I don't know if dodge in the potential system means much anymore. Yeah, I really don't. I'd like to bring up this unit here. Right here, just bear with me. This Hercule right here, post EZA, right? Post EZA. He has a 50% chance of dodge, then 60% chance of dodge. And then I have 33 in the hidden potential system, which should be really, really close to 100% dodge. And this guy just fails at the worst time. Like, seriously, just fails at the worst time. So I don't know how much it means to be in the hidden potential system, to put dodge in the hidden potential system on top of a dodge kit. But I think additionals and crit would work best for this unit. And with that, that's going to be it for the video. Hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you are new here, if you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing. Please leave a comment down below what your thoughts and how you did build your free-to-play clone army here. And hopefully I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.